My dear brother, my dear sister, have you ever carried something inside for so long that it began to shape how you breathe, how you think, how you walk through life? Maybe it was shame, a regret, a mistake you never told anyone, a sin you thought disqualified you from ever being close to God again. And maybe, like David, you learned that silence doesn't bring peace, it brings weight. Psalm 32 opens with these words: "Blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the one whose sin the Lord does not count against them, and in whose spirit is no deceit." Psalm 32, 1-2. What does that mean? It means there is a kind of joy that only comes after confession. There is a kind of peace that only comes when the weight is lifted. And there is a kind of blessing that belongs to those who stop hiding and let themselves be known and forgiven. David knew what it was like to carry sin in silence. He writes, "When I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long." Psalm 32:3. He wasn't just physically tired, he was spiritually suffocating. The longer he stayed quiet, the heavier it became. Not because God wanted to crush him, but because guilt was never meant to be carried forever. It was meant to be confessed. He continues, "For day and night your hand was heavy on me, my strength was sapped as in the heat of summer." Psalm 32:4. This is what unresolved guilt does. It drains you. It dims your joy. It steals your energy. It leaves you numb. Not because God is punishing you, but because your soul is longing to be free, and you can't be free if you keep pretending. Nothing's wrong. But then comes the shift. The moment everything begins to change. Then I acknowledged my sin to you and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, "I will confess my transgressions to the Lord," and you forgave the guilt of my sin. Psalm 32:5. No more pretending. No more hiding. No more self-protection. Just a quiet, honest confession. God, I did this, and I need your mercy. And instantly, God forgave. The guilt lifted. The shame lost its grip. The silence was broken by grace. Maybe that's what you need today. Not to try harder, not to hide deeper, not to wait for the perfect words, just honesty. God, here's what I've been carrying. You already know, but I'm ready to stop hiding. You don't need to impress God. He's not shocked by your weakness. He's not surprised by your failure. He's just waiting for the moment when you bring it to him, not to shame you, but to free you, because there is joy on the other side of confession. There is rest on the other side of release. There is blessing when we finally say, "I need your forgiveness, my dear friend." There's a moment after you confess when you expect judgment, but receive mercy. You brace yourself for rejection, but feel embraced. You thought God would push you away, but instead he pulls you close. That's what David experienced. Right after confessing, he writes, "Therefore, let all the faithful pray to you while you may be found. Surely the rising of the mighty waters will not reach them." Psalm 32:6. In other words, now is the time. Don't wait, don't delay, don't let guilt keep you from God another day. Because when you pray, when you confess, when you come to him in honesty, he doesn't let the flood consume you. He lifts you up, he covers you, he keeps you. David doesn't just speak of forgiveness, he speaks of protection. Not only is God merciful, he's also strong. He doesn't just cleanse your past, he secures your present. Look at what David says next. "You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance." Psalm 32:7. Did you catch that? You are my hiding place. Not guilt, not shame, not secrecy, not performance, but God. When you confess, you don't have to hide from God anymore. You get to hide in him. He becomes your shelter, your peace, your covering, and he doesn't surround you with reminders of your failure. He surrounds you with songs of deliverance. He sings over you. You're free. You're clean. You're mine. This is what grace does. It doesn't just wipe the slate clean. It gives you a new song. A song that says, I was broken, but now I'm whole. I was guilty, but now I'm free. I was silent, but now I sing. And then something beautiful happens in the psalm. The voice shifts. God begins to speak directly to David and to us. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Psalm 32:8. This is what restoration leads to: relationship. God doesn't just forgive and forget. He forgives and walks with you forward. He says, I will lead you. I will teach you. I will watch over you. Forgiveness isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new one, where God becomes not just your rescuer, but your guide, your teacher, your father, and he leads you step by step with love in his eyes. So today, if you've confessed, if you've come clean, if you've been forgiven, let yourself rest. Don't go back to hiding. Don't go back to striving. Don't go back to shame. Let him be your hiding place. Let him surround you with songs of deliverance. Let him lead you forward with peace. Father, you know where I've been. You know what I've done. You know what I've carried. And yet, you forgave me. You saw it all and still opened your arms. You didn't shame me. You didn't cast me out. You didn't give me what I deserved. You gave me mercy. Thank you for being patient when I was silent, for being gentle when I was hiding, for staying near when I was far. Your forgiveness is my freedom. Your grace is my rest. Your love is my shelter. I don't have to cover myself anymore, because you covered me with blood, with compassion, with covenant. God, I confess again today, I'm not strong without you. I'm not clean without you. I'm not whole without you. But with you, I am forgiven. With you, I am covered. With you, I am safe. You are my hiding place, not my shame, not my excuses, not my image. You, I run to you. I breathe with you. I rest in you, because I believe you surround me with songs of deliverance, songs that say, you're free now. You don't have to run. You don't have to fake it. You are mine. So today, I walk in that freedom. I receive your joy again. I accept your hand again. I let you lead me. Guide me, Lord. Teach me how to walk as someone who's been forgiven. Teach me to leave guilt behind. Teach me to walk in peace. And God, help me never forget the cost of this forgiveness. Let it humble me. Let it soften me. Let it overflow from me so I can extend it to others. As freely as you forgave me, help me forgive. As completely as you received me, help me receive others. And when shame tries to whisper again, when regret tries to knock again, when old patterns try to pull me back, remind me of this truth. Many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord's unfailing love surrounds the one who trusts in him. Psalm 32:10. I trust you, Lord, and your love surrounds me. Not sometimes, not partially, not on my good days, but always. Your love is my atmosphere, my covering, my security. So I will not be afraid. I will not go back. I will not carry what you've already forgiven. Instead, rejoice in the Lord and be glad, you righteous. Sing, all you who are upright in heart. Psalm 32:11. I rejoice because I am clean, because I am free, because I am yours. My dear brother, my dear sister, now that you've confessed, now that you've been forgiven, now that you've tasted freedom, how do you stay there? How do you keep your soul from drifting back into shame? How do you protect your peace from old patterns of hiding? David gives us that wisdom as he closes Psalm 32. After singing about joy and restoration, he adds this word of warning, an invitation. Do not be like the horse or the mule, which have no understanding but must be controlled by bit and bridle, or they will not come to you. Psalm 32:9. What is he saying? Don't be stubborn. Don't wait for pain to push you back to God. Don't let guilt be the only thing that brings you to prayer. Don't resist his voice until life breaks you again. Instead, learn to stay soft. Learn to stay open. Learn to stay close. Because the mature heart doesn't just cry out in desperation. It walks in daily dependence. The mature heart doesn't need pressure to pray. It chooses to dwell in grace. That's what forgiveness is for. Not just to clean your past, but to keep your heart connected in the present. You're not meant to return to silence. You're meant to grow in intimacy. You're not meant to walk in fear. You're meant to walk in trust. David contrasts two paths. Many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord's unfailing love surrounds the one who trusts in him. Psalm 32:10. Woes or love. It's not about perfection, it's about posture. Do I keep hiding or do I keep trusting? Do I harden my heart again or do I keep letting God in? Because the one who trusts is surrounded. Not sometimes, not occasionally, but always, surrounded by unfailing love. That means when I wake up, his love is around me. When I feel weak, his love is around me. When I start to doubt, his love is still there. So walk with that awareness. Walk forgiven. Walk free. Walk surrounded. Don't go back to shame. Don't dig up what God already buried. Don't rehearse what God already released. Live clean. Live loved. Live close. And finally, David calls us into joy. Rejoice in the Lord and be glad, you righteous. Sing, all you who are upright in heart. Psalm 32:11. This is your new song. Not the groaning of guilt, but the singing of someone who's been forgiven. Not the silence of hiding, but the shout of someone who's free. You are upright now, not because you never failed, but because God lifted you up again. So let the world hear it. Let your voice carry it. Let your life reflect it. The Lord forgave me. The Lord restored me. The Lord surrounds me. And now I rejoice. Brother, sister, don't forget what he's done. Don't let the enemy whisper shame back into your soul. Stand in the truth, rest in the grace, and live with joy. You are blessed. You are clean. You are not alone. You are forgiven. Amen. If you stayed with me until the end, write in the comments. Thank you for forgiving me, Lord. Let that be your declaration, your release, your worship. And if you've been silently carrying guilt or regret, leave your prayer request below. We are walking together, and there's still mercy for you. If this prayer helped lift something from your heart, subscribe to walk with us in daily grace. Like the video to bless someone else's healing, and share it with someone who needs to know. They can be forgiven too, because there is joy in confession, peace in surrender, and freedom in his love.